All right, guys. Turning Nigeria into one party state have been confirmed by the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Yesterday, Bola Ahmed Tinubu have confirmed it officially, in a statement that you need to properly digest, that we're going to be playing right now. That their move, their mission, their vision, their destination is to turn Nigeria into one party state. For those of you listening to me, in case you don't know what that means, I will interpret properly later on after we've listened to these videos together. Now, the other shocking part of it is that more governors, 90% of the governors right now in Nigeria, have endorsed Tinubu for 2027, and they have supported this satanic one-party state. We're in trouble. A lot is happening right now in Nigeria. Let's take this together.
Of Nigerians. Equally, before I skip, I just need to tell those ones saying one party system is no good. It's one party ruling and driving the aspiration of Nigerians. Where do they start? You don't blame a people bailing out of a sinking ship when they have no life jacket. I'm glad of what we have, and I'm expecting more to come. That is the game. We are in a constitutional democracy. Don't forget the freedom of movement and the freedom of association is not criminally punishable. Welcome to the progressives. Sweep them clean. Fellow members, of our great party.
So let me invite my brother, Right Honorable Speaker Tajuddin Abbas. Please step forward. Deputy Speaker, Deputy Senate President, and the major principal officers of the National Assembly. It's your voice that Nigerians are waiting for. If this president has done well, is it not all that will say so? If he has not done well, is it not all that will give him notice of impeachment? We are not giving him notice of impeachment. We are giving him notice that it was difficult for you in 2023. But in 2027, I see everything turning around. I see everything turning around. The number of states that are coming to join you. As I was leaving, one senator was dragging my dress today. He said, please take me there. I said, you can't come now. And he is a Labour senator. I don't want to mention his name, but just imagine. He's a Labour senator. He said, please, I told you since now I would have joined you. What do I do? I said, wait outside. Is in my car outside there. So,
Ninja ministers then fly go London to go and address global press to give 2 years account of waiting they don't do for Nigeria. They leave our country for Nigeria. Now we then the governor, they can't come out for our country. Go UK minister. They said they go ministers. They said they go address global press conference on wetin they don't do in the last 24 months. Obi Christman thinking be that. How many times you don't see American ministers or UK ministers come Nigeria, come address global press for Nigeria to give their stead worship for UK or for America for Nigeria. Now there you go, no say our thinking don't go backwards. Now you both with this have on Nadaki inside Africa, and so many things we they see.
Now, we said Abacha government was one of the worst government ever Nigeria will ever experience. No, it's one of the best. Abacha government not sell our Nigeria army to terrorists. And it make us understand one word. That word is the word I keep holding against the government of the day. He said any terrorist in a country that lasts more than 24 hours, the government of that country is aware of that terrorist attack. Now, during the time of Abacha, Tinubu was the major person attacking Abacha. Where they be the things where Tinubu they attack Abacha for? He said because he don't give the citizens the right to express themselves. Now, Tinubu, Mr. President, how far about the citizen when they don't give right that time to express themselves? How far about the well-being of the citizen? During Abacha, no soldier die, no kidnappers, no X-Men. Farmers, then they were going to farm, coming back alive. Nobody is mixing in Nigeria. Now, you said the government is not okay with us. Now, we don't get government where they're okay. From Buhari to your government now, when you say they're okay, farmer cannot go to farm. The force, even soldier man not fit wear uniform for travel. The policemen, they are not safe in their father's land. Talk less of the citizen. So, which project you get for us? Where did bring you to power? Where did you bring on? Where did be the change? Is it from good to suffering? Please explain to us. Because things are getting out of hand. If this one can enter barracks, kill. So who you want to go report there to? So nobody is safe anymore. We they say this thing like play. We they sound like cruise. They tell us before they go catch us like chicken. They will catch us like chicken. The slavery, when we no experience there, when our forefathers suffer, when we no experience, now we will experience them. Nigeria, we should wake up and unite and know what to do. This government is not bigger than us. The government is not bigger than us. We should know what we are doing. See that they blow sarin up and down. They are not bigger than us. Nigerian citizens, we should wake up and know what to do and fight for ourselves. That's what I have to say for now. Thanks.
Like, what kind of story is this where a young Nigerian going to write WAEC gets hit by a stray bullet? Where do we begin to pick up this issue from? The police, the parent, the boy who allowed himself be born as though he had a choice, the loss?
This is one of the reasons that the NSAS protest of 2020 happened. These killings. The response to someone driving against traffic should never ever have been the release of bullets in the first place. It should never have been that. Something needs to change, Joyce, and it needs to start with the police force. There are other ways to deter offenders. Shooting at them should never be an option, except there's an exchange of fire, except this person is a threat, a violent threat. In this case, this man was not exactly a violent threat.
At this point, I'm thinking: should the force be sued? Should the state be sued? Because it's not obvious to me that we can just trivialize and dismiss it and say, "Oh yeah, his father drove against traffic, and the consequence of that was a bullet."
Well,
unfortunately, it hit the son. Like, I'm struggling with what to choose or how best to even posit the question for radio reaction.
Well, what we know now is that the police officer in question who opened fire will get some level of sanction, whether he will be sacked or whatever, but that will still not compensate. Nothing will compensate for the life of this young boy being cut short.
So how do we compensate this family for time lost? Or is it that we don't care enough to properly quantify all the elements that we need to factor into this loss? That's one. And I need to ask Lagos because I think that. So in the last 1 week, I've been reading articles about what's happening in the north, the kidnappings, the killings, and I'm wondering when it's going to end, and I'm even worse, I'm wondering why there is a constant repetition and nothing is happening. Like,
nothing.
Are we just
is
supposed to wake up every
changing.
day, and if we're amongst the living, we drink coffee, we say cheers, and we wait? Because at this point, if we're not fighting this thing, it's fighting us. And to not have any form of resistance is incomprehensible. It's unintelligible to me that there isn't enough to push back to show actual success against this terrorism that appears to be ever so on the horizon. We're not doing quite well with. The military say they're doing well, but given the frequency of the reports, well, I don't think they deserve much credit. It's not obvious that we're doing enough to stop these things from happening. Now, except maybe there's the political side of it that we are unaware of. This is truly concerning.
Now, y'all help me understand this. How is it that Qatar is 10 times richer than Nigeria, and Nigeria is the 5th largest producer of oil in the world? Y'all make that make sense. Do y'all see what goes on when y'all have a puppet as a leader and not a real man? Not somebody that's going to stand up and make sure that his country is great? Then let the colonizers come over there and build their countries and make wealth 10 times more than what Nigeria is? Are you serious? This is why we need to get these puppets and all of these leaders that's been colonized by the colonizers out of power. They do not deserve to sit in a seat where they can lead and control people that they're not for. Real talk. It ain't nowhere in the world why Qatar should have any type of more money than any country in Africa, if you ask me. This is why we have to stop these colonizers. All they doing are exploiting my people over and over and over and over. And then once we get mad and we want to stand up to it, they want to give you 19 attempts on your life. Come on, man. Real talk. What is it going to take for Nigeria to wake up and realize that it should look like Qatar and Qatar should look like Nigeria? I can't wait till we change the energy and people start to wake up and they really want a real leader and they quit serving these puppets that don't deserve no respect.
2027, I am expecting more defections to APC, Tinubu.
Not unexpected. Not unexpected. There's a strategy. This is the second year of the president's administration, and of course, the APC would like to celebrate what they consider the successes they have had in governance. Well, that successes or failures depends on which side of the divide and which microscope you're using to make that point. But they're going to use it. They perceive. I can see that they perceive that there's a problem. There seems to be a sense of panic, so they are galvanizing everything possible, which is okay, which is legitimate, except that it's at a very bad cost to us because nobody is deceived why these defections are taking place. But I've also told you that I cannot point my hand to one politician that I can say is in this business for the benefit of the people. I can't point to one. I don't say there is none, but I can't point to one. And I'm sorry those who are close to me, if I'm saying that, I'm being objective. I can't swear that this politician has the interests of the public or the citizens of this country at heart. So the citizens must know that. It is important that you understand it. That is all. Most of this political maneuvering is all about self-interest, and it doesn't have you. You are there as a tool to achieve self-interest. So what happened yesterday? 22 governors adopted the president as a sole candidate. Not unexpected, because whether you like it or not, something has something has taken place behind the scenes that you can see. So the question is, when these governors defect, the governor of Akwa Ibom says that the zone officials who eats from the cookie jar that he has, I should either go with him when he's ready to go to the APC, or stay where they are. And quote and unquote, he didn't say that, but I add that silent word and continue to suffer. The question now is, are the people going to go with these governors? Are these governors even interested in taking the people along, or they have devised a plan that whether the people come or not, they will continue to remain in power? The next question to ask is that, are the people ready to assert, their interests in the political process? Unfortunately, the answer I have for that is no. The president said yesterday that he's expecting more defections, and of course he will expect more defections, and of course he will get more defections, because morality, and it has been thrown completely out of the game, is now about self-interest. One of these days, I won't be surprised to hear that somebody that is standing next to me, there's nothing wrong with being a member of the APC. Let's get that one clear. It's a matter of choice. But I have a feeling that I might be sitting next to a feeling. I have a feeling. God told me this night. Don't let me rattle him. The president describes this inflow to the APC as people getting out of a sinking ship. The question is, who sunk the ship? They're getting out. Basically, forget all the political shenanigans. They're getting out of poverty and left you behind. Because there's no way somebody can tell me that if you're shifting from one of the other parties to the APC, there's nothing for you to gain there as a person. And convince me also that your people also will get. I'm not talking of the in crowd that hang around you that will eat what is falling off the table. Okay? So the 22 governors have adopted the president. The first a vote of no confidence. And sometimes you can be roped into this thing. The president is sitting on the podium and then says, can we all stand? Please, if you know you're for the president, you want a vote of confidence, can you put your hands up? Who will put his hand down? Yes. Will you be brave enough to do that? So that's what we got yesterday. And, well, the game continues. The game continues. This is a lot of propaganda. We don't know what the people are feeling at the lower level. We don't know what the people themselves might come up with in various areas of the country. So don't get intimidated by this. It's a good political move, and I give the APC a lot of credit for this. It has made it a 1-1 goalless draw, like one broadcaster said. The most important thing is, how does this affect you, and how do you want to react to this? Do you want to move over with your family and whatever to the promised land of I leave that, when you I'm a journalist, I write, I'm not a broadcaster. But do you want to move over to them? We put dot to avoid jail.
Nobody's jailing you.
These days, and let me state categorically that I have more fair practicing journalism in this dispensation than I had even during the Babangida period with Decree.
A lot is happening. But I'll hold my thoughts right now. I'll leave it for tonight, 7 p.m. Nigerian time, so that we can discuss it together on Naija Watch Media. Guys, press on the like, help us to share. Take care, and bye for now.